G'day viewers, I'm Battle Tweety. Welcome to my Tornado 2 fittings video. I thought I'd give everybody a bit of a view of one of my second favourite ships in the game, the Tornado, and just show you how I use it to do PVE missions and story missions. First of all, Tornado 2, let's take a look at some of its attributes. The thing I love about the Tornado 2 is I can fit large cannons onto this ship. Most other T9 battle cruisers or T8 battle cruisers will allow you to put medium cannons and medium fittings on. This beast has a roll bonus to reduce the power requirements so you can fit battleship class weapons onto a battle cruiser. I love it. And it couples that with activation time, so it shoots quicker and also gives you better range with the +5 large cannon accuracy fall off. And it also gives you speed bonus, flight velocity. I don't know how useful that really is. It's a slow beast anyway, but it also gives you a +5% scan resolution, which is great for increasing your targeting lock-on to bad guys. And in terms of overall defence, nothing special. It's a battle cruiser, not a battleship. It's got slow speed. Power grid is pretty average. Good hard cargo hold capacity. In terms of what I've fitted it with, it's got the Gistum C type large, give you a bad day strike cannon, DPS of 120. They are an awesome beast. They have a great optimal range, just about 50 k's, accuracy fall off at 59 k's. So I like to sit at about between 80 and 100 kilometres with this beast and just blat away. The only downside to the large strike cannon is the tracking speed, 2.05. That is absolutely abysmal. These things couldn't hit a slow moving barge at 5 kilometres. So what I make sure I always have on my Tornadoes is a large micro warp drive. This is the key critical thing I find useful on this ship to make sure that none of those little nasties like little frigates and little destroyers, and even some of the bigger ships that are quite fast in counter and story missions, don't get anywhere near me. So with the large micro warp drive on this ship, I can do in excess of 2,900 metres per second. You didn't hear me wrong, that's 2,900 metres per second. And in fact, even the Tornado 1, which is a slightly less weightier ship than the Tornado 2, I did upwards of 3,500 metres per second with a large micro warp drive. So that's key. This ship is not a tank. It's not designed to get in close and into bad guys' faces and just go toe to toe. You can try it, good luck, but I prefer to sit out at distance, smash away with 7 large cannons and keep my distance from anything that comes even remotely close. If anything gets closer than 50 kilometres to me, I know that I've made a mistake. But this ship in this configuration will outrun anything else in the PVE world today. So what else have we got? We've got a medium shield booster, of course, and a capacitor battery to go with that. And I've coupled these with the invulnerability field. So even at 100 kilometres range, you're still going to get hit by some of those bigger battleships. This just helps to keep the ship alive and take the edge off all those hits. The other thing that's essential with this is your tracking computer and gyro stabilizer. Now, you could go nuts with that. You could put 3 computers on and 3 gyro stabilizers and go to town and have a massive DPS. I'm not a fan of that. I do like to have a bit of speed and I like to have some defense, because there are times when you are going to make mistakes. You are going to have to get out of a tight situation, and having defence is always going to be beneficial. An 867 DPS, while not incredible, it's certainly pretty bloody handy and will deal with anything in the T10 story missions, anything in the encounter missions in the game today. The other things I've coupled with in the mid-tier slots, I've got my usual trio of Stasis Webifier, Target Painter, and Interruptive Warp Scrambler. So if I do make a mistake and a little guy does get close to me, those three things will snap him, help slow him down, and give my strike cannons a infinitesimal better chance to hit them than I would have otherwise. So they have saved my bacon on a couple of occasions when I've let little guys come too close. Because once a little guy does get in close and he's able to put a warp scram on you, your large micro warp drive is ineffective, and that's the worst possible having a bad day you can get. So that's when you pull out all stops and try to get that guy off your tail. The key is though, don't let those little guys get too close. In terms of rigs, what am I doing? I've got my usual cannon collision accelerator, increase the damage bonus. I've also got 2 cannon burst aerators. Why? Because I've got enough DPS there to kill most things. I'd rather have strike cannons that are recycling faster than putting out masses of DPS. Because once you hit a ship, once that DPS is expended, you've got a whole lot other DPS going out into the ether that's wasted, which is a real shame. I'd rather have cannons that are going quicker than bigger. The other thing I do is I put in an ancillary power grid just to increase the power grid bonus. You need that. And I've got a capacitor control circuit so the recharge time is less. And the third slot, you know, you can have all sorts of things here, targeting rig if you like to make the targeting quicker. I've just used a capacitor multiplier to give me a bigger capacitor. The key with this ship is the power grid and using the large strike cannons. They take a lot of power. Plus your large micro warp drive will draw the crap out of your power grid. Just to give you an idea, it needs 12-15 megawatts. Your whole power grid, if I can click on it, you've only got 2069 worth of power. So that's a lot of your power grid gone right there. That's why I use those rigs. Why don't I use tier 3 rigs? Because the price is absolutely ludicrous, and I refuse to pay hundreds of millions of ISK just to increase a few percent on a rig. I know they'll go in price, but not today. So that's my Tornado 2. I use it to great effect in any story mission in the game. I usually maintain a nice range of 80 to 100 kilometres, and I make sure that large micro warp drive keeps that distance from the little guys. So quite often in a story mission you'll see me whiz out to 250 k's and trying to keep distance from those little ships. And once they're out of the way, I can come back in and destroy the big ones. Overall, a very effective ship. It can solo anything in the game if used correctly. Okay, I'm just taking this beast out into the space just to show you what it can do. First of all, I'll hit the old micro warp drive and just show you how fast this thing can go on a straight line. While it's doing that, I'll just pump up the shields and show you what sort of a defence we get. So defence has increased to 52, almost 53k, and we've got resistance across the board. Nothing fantastic, but I don't plan to tank with this. I don't plan to get into somebody's face and go toe to toe. It's just not that sort of a ship. Capacitor wise, yeah, you are on the edge. So if you start using all these gadgets and modules, you're going to need that capacity battery before too long. Targeting wise, 351mm scan resolution, yeah, not fantastic. A rig will probably help make that better. So you need to make sure that you've got plenty of time to target the bad guys if you're going into a swarm of them. And navigation wise, yeah, not a fast ship at all. It is a battle cruiser, it is big. But let's go back to what we're doing with our micro warp drive. So we're almost getting to 2900 metres per second. Acceleration is not fast, but boy, once it gets to top speed, there's not a lot that's going to catch it. And there you go, there's our capacitor warning. Let's just turn a few of those bad boys off, put the battery on. So all in all, not too bad. one thing I didn't show you, which I'll do now, is I'll turn on these two beasts and just give you a look at what the offence is doing. So our DPS has increased to 1094, not bad. And in terms of range, we've got now optimal range of 73k and accuracy floor of 87. So when those two modules activate, the computer and the gyro stabiliser, 150 kilometres is easy range for this beast. Alright, well there we go, 29.51 metres per second. That's almost a new speed record for this beast. But I hope you've enjoyed the video, and please feel free to subscribe or leave questions and comments below, and I'll answer anything that I can. Thanks for watching.